Maybe the life you are waiting for is not late. Maybe it is still gathering the pieces that are meant to arrive with you. This one truth changed everything. You are not behind schedule, not in love, not in healing, not in your purpose, not in the quiet dreams you have carried for years, not in the soft parts of your heart that still whisper, "When will it be my turn?" Take a slow breath. You are not late for your life. You are not watching everyone else receive something that has been denied to you. You are not standing outside the door while the whole world moves forward without you. You are not forgotten. You are not too old. You are not too slow. You are not too far away from the person you were meant to become. You are still becoming, and becoming is not failure. Maybe you clicked on these words because something inside you is tired. Tired of comparing. Tired of checking the time. Tired of looking at other people's lives and wondering why yours feels so quiet, so delayed, so unfinished. Maybe a part of you has been asking, "Did I miss my moment?" And tonight, let this answer meet you gently. No, you did not miss your moment. You are inside your moment right now. Even this pause, even this breath, even this soft listening in the dark, even the part of you that feels unsure. It all belongs. It all matters. It is all part of your return. Your life is not a race you are losing. Your life is a path that is still opening. Some doors open fast. Some open slowly. Some do not open because they were never meant to hold the version of you that is coming alive now. And maybe the delay was not rejection. Maybe it was protection. Maybe it was preparation. Maybe it was life, making sure that when the right thing arrived, you would be ready to receive it with both hands open. So for these next moments, you do not have to chase answers. You do not have to fix your whole life tonight. You do not have to compare your timing to anyone else's timing. You only have to breathe. You only have to let these words come close. You are safe. You are loved. You are not behind schedule. And if a part of you is wondering whether these words are really for you, yes, they are. You are not here by accident. Something in you is ready to stop rushing. Something in you is ready to stop fighting your own life. Something in you is ready to believe that maybe, just maybe, your path is not broken. Maybe it is only unfolding in a way your fear could not understand. Let your shoulders soften. Let your hands rest. Let your heart hear this. You are not late. You are being led. I know you have been carrying so much quietly. You may not talk about it every day. You may smile. You may work. You may answer messages. You may do what needs to be done. But deep inside, there may be a small ache that says, "Why am I not there yet? Why am I still waiting? Why am I still healing? Why am I still trying to understand myself Why does it feel like everyone else found the road and I'm still standing here with a map that keeps changing? You may look at other people and see what seems easy for them. Their love, their success, their homes, their families, their peace, their confidence, their clear direction, their bright mornings, their strong voice, their ability to move forward without looking back so much. And then you may look at your own life and feel a quiet heaviness. Not because you are ungrateful, not because you do not see the good, but because something inside you still longs for more. More ease, more clarity, more love, more proof that your life is going somewhere kind, more peace in your body, more trust in your own heart. And maybe you have blamed yourself for not being further along. Maybe you have said, I should know better by now. I should be stronger by now. I should have started earlier. I should have healed faster. I should have chosen differently. I should have been more brave. But listen gently. The word should can become a heavy stone in the heart. It can make even a beautiful life feel like a failure. It can turn your own growth into a punishment. And you do not need more punishment. You need softness. You need room. You need a place where you can put down the old clock that keeps telling you that you are late. Take a moment right now and ask yourself, when was the last time you truly gave yourself permission to grow slowly? When was the last time you said, it is okay that I am still learning? When was the last time you looked at your own heart with kindness instead of pressure? Maybe it has been a long time. Maybe you have been so busy trying to catch up that you forgot to comfort the part of you that was already tired. So let this moment be different. Let this moment be just for you, not for the world, not for the people you are trying to please. Not for the old voice in your mind that always wants more, just for you, the real you, the one who has survived quiet battles, the one who has kept going even when the road felt long, the one who has started again more times than anyone knows, the one who still hopes even after disappointment, the one who still wants to believe that life can become soft. You are not weak because you feel tired. You are not behind because you had to rest. You are not failing because your path has curves. A straight road is not the only sacred road. A slow road can still be blessed. A quiet season can still be full of hidden growth. Think about the deep roots of an old tree. No one sees them stretching underground. No one claps for them. No one says, look how far they have come. But without those roots, the tree cannot stand when the wind comes. Maybe this season of your life has been root work, quiet work, deep work, invisible work. The kind of work that does not always look beautiful from the outside, but it gives you strength from within. You may have been learning patience, You may have been learning boundaries. You may have been learning how to hear your own voice. You may have been learning that love should not require you to disappear. You may have been learning that rest is not laziness. You may have been learning that your worth is not measured by speed. And these lessons matter. They are not delays. They are part of the path. So tonight, if your heart has been asking, "What if I am behind schedule?" let the answer come like warm water over tired hands. You are not behind schedule. You are living through the exact lessons your soul could hold at this time. You are receiving the strength you need for the life that is still coming. You are being shaped, not punished. You are being prepared, not ignored. You are being invited back into trust. And trust does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes trust is only one soft breath, one gentle thought, one quiet moment where you stop saying, "Why am I not there yet?" and begin saying, "I am allowed to be here. Here is not the enemy. Here is where your life can meet you. Here is where your body can rest. Here is where your heart can remember. Here is where the next step can appear. Not all at once, not under pressure, just one step, one breath, one kind word, one new beginning. You are safe to be in your life as it is tonight. You are safe to stop racing. You are safe to let your timeline become gentle again. Let these words move slowly through you now. You do not have to force yourself to believe every sentence at once. You do not have to push your mind into peace. You do not have to pretend you never feel afraid. Just listen. Let the words touch the part of you that is tired of rushing. Let them become soft hands around your heart. Let each affirmation breathe. I am allowed to grow at the pace of peace. I am allowed to grow at the pace of peace. I do not have to push myself into becoming. I do not have to run toward a life that is meant to meet me gently. My growth can be slow and still be real. My healing can be quiet and still be powerful. My progress can happen in small steps, small choices, small breaths, and still matter deeply. I am allowed to grow at the pace of peace. And as I say this, I let my body soften. I let my shoulders drop. I let my jaw loosen. I let my heart stop trying to prove that it is doing enough. My life does not need to look like anyone else's life. My life does not need to look like anyone else's life. I release the habit of measuring my path by another person's road. I do not need their timing. I do not need their story. I do not need their exact blessings. What is meant for me can come in a way that fits my heart, my lessons, my needs, and my becoming. My life does not need to look like anyone else's life. I can bless another person's path without making mine wrong. I can see someone else rise and still trust that I am rising too. I can watch another door open and still believe that my own door is not gone. It may be forming. It may be near. It may be waiting for the right version of me to arrive. I release the fear that I have missed my chance. I release the fear that I have missed my chance. There is still room for me. There is still time for me. There is still grace for me. My life is not closed. My story is not finished. My heart is not too late to receive love, peace, joy, purpose, and new beginnings. I release the fear that I have missed my chance. I let that old fear leave my chest, one breath at a time. I do not need to hold it tonight. I do not need to feed it with more worry. I do not need to keep asking the past why things happened the way they did. I am here now, and here is still alive. I can begin again without punishing myself. I can begin again without punishing myself. A new beginning does not need to be born from shame. It can be born from kindness. I do not need to hate who I was in order to become someone new. I do not need to call myself foolish for what I did not know before. I am learning. I am growing. I am returning to myself with more love than before. I can begin again without punishing myself. I can start softly. I can start simply. I can start with one breath. I can start with one honest choice. I can start without telling myself that I should have started sooner. This is my beginning, and it is enough. I am not behind schedule. I am not behind schedule. Let those words become quiet inside you. I am not behind schedule. I am not late to love. I am not late to peace. I am not late to purpose. I am not late to the life that still wants to open for me. I do not need to prove my timing to anyone. I do not need to explain why I needed time. I do not need to defend my pauses, my rest, my healing, or my slow return to hope. I am not behind schedule. My life has its own rhythm. My soul has its own season. My heart has its own way of opening. I trust the timing of my becoming. I trust the timing of my becoming. Even when I do not understand the delay, I can still trust that something meaningful may be taking shape. Even when life feels quiet, I can remember that quiet does not mean empty. A seed under the earth is quiet too, but it is not doing nothing. It is gathering strength in the dark. I trust the timing of my becoming. I do not need to bloom before I have roots. I do not need to open before I feel safe. I do not need to rush into places that my spirit has not chosen. I allow myself to become whole in a way that is kind to me. I do not compare my quiet season to someone else's harvest. I do not compare my quiet season to someone else's harvest. I may be in a hidden season. I may be in a season of learning, resting, healing, listening, or waiting. That does not mean I am failing. It only means my life is moving in a way that may not be visible yet. I do not compare my quiet season to someone else's harvest. I can celebrate another person's open field while trusting the roots beneath my own. I can watch someone receive and still believe that I am worthy of receiving too. I do not need envy to be my teacher tonight. I let love teach me. I let trust teach me. I let patience teach me. My worth is not measured by speed. My worth is not measured by speed. I am not more worthy when I move fast. I am not less worthy when I move slowly. I am not a better person when everything is clear. I am not a failure when I need time. My worth is not a race. My worth is not a prize given only to the people who arrive first. My worth is steady. My worth is here. My worth does not leave me when I feel uncertain. My worth is not measured by speed. I can take one slow step and still be worthy. I can rest and still be worthy. I can need help and still be worthy. I can be in between places and still be deeply worthy of love. I allow myself to be where I am without shame. I allow myself to be where I am without shame. This place may not be where I thought I would be. This season may not look like the picture I once held in my mind. But I am here, and here deserves kindness. Here deserves breath. Here deserves gentleness. Here deserves my presence. I allow myself to be where I am without shame. I do not need to turn this moment into an enemy. I do not need to fight my own life. I do not need to keep saying I should be somewhere else. I can be here. I can breathe here. I can receive guidance here. Here is not the end. Here is a doorway. I am safe to take the next step slowly. I am safe to take the next step slowly. I do not need to know the whole path tonight. I do not need to solve every question before I rest. I only need the next gentle step. One step is enough. One breath is enough. One kind choice is enough. I am safe to take the next step slowly. When my mind rushes ahead, I bring it back with love. When my body feels tense, I remind it that we are not running now. When my heart asks for proof, I give it presence. I give it patience. I give it a soft place to land. I can trust what is unfolding, even when I cannot see it yet. I can trust what is unfolding, even when I cannot see it yet. There are things growing beyond my sight. There are answers forming beyond my control. There are quiet changes happening inside me that may one day become visible in my choices, my peace, my relationships, and my courage. I can trust what is unfolding even when I cannot see it yet. The sky does not lose the stars just because clouds cover them. The shore does not doubt the tide when the water pulls back. The heart does not stop being alive because it needs time to open. Something is unfolding, and I do not have to force it. I release the pressure to have everything figured out. I release the pressure to have everything figured out. I do not need to hold the whole map in my hands tonight. I do not need to know every answer before I am allowed to feel peaceful. I do not need to plan every detail of my future before I can let my body rest. I release the pressure to have everything figured out. Some answers come when I stop gripping. Some clarity comes after rest. Some guidance comes in small signs, soft feelings, quiet knowing, and simple next steps. I can allow life to speak gently. I can allow myself to listen. I am allowed to rest without falling behind. I am allowed to rest without falling behind. Rest is not failure. Rest is not weakness. Rest is not proof that I am losing time. Rest is part of my rhythm. Rest gives my body space. Rest gives my heart comfort. Rest gives my mind room to soften. I am allowed to rest without falling behind. When I rest, I return to myself. When I rest, I remember what matters. When I rest, I stop living like everything is an emergency. My life does not need my panic in order to move forward. My life can move with peace. My path is still open. My path is still open. Even if one door closed, my path is still open. Even if something took longer than I hoped, my path is still open. Even if I made choices I now understand differently, my path is still open. Even if I feel tired, unsure, or tender, my path is still open. My path is still open. There is still air around me. There is still light ahead of me. There is still wisdom within me. There is still love that can reach me. There is still life moving through me now. And because I am here, something new can still begin. I give myself permission to be human. I give myself permission to be human. I do not need to be perfect to be loved. I do not need to be calm every day to be growing. I do not need to have no fear in order to trust. I do not need to always feel strong to still be moving forward. I give myself permission to be human. I can cry. I can pause. I can need time. I can make mistakes and learn from them. I can feel doubt and still choose one gentle thought. I can be a tender person living a brave life. I am learning to stop chasing and start allowing. I am learning to stop chasing and start allowing. I do not have to chase my worth. I do not have to chase love that makes me forget myself. I do not have to chase approval from people who cannot see my heart. I do not have to chase a timeline that was never made for me. I am learning to stop chasing and start allowing. I allow peace to come closer. I allow support to reach me in simple ways. I allow my heart to open slowly. I allow my life to surprise me with kindness. I allow the right things to meet me without losing myself. I do not have to force what is meant for me. I do not have to force what is meant for me. What is truly aligned with my heart does not require me to abandon myself. What belongs in my life can meet me with respect. What is meant to stay does not need me to break my spirit to hold it. What is right for me can arrive in a way that feels steady, honest, and kind. I do not have to force what is meant for me. I can take wise action. I can show up. I can speak clearly. I can practice courage. And still, I do not need to live from panic. I do not need to push so hard that I stop hearing my own soul. I am becoming someone I can trust. I am becoming someone I can trust. Every time I speak to myself with kindness, I build trust. Every time I return after fear, I build trust. Every time I choose rest instead of self-attack, I build trust. Every time I take one honest step, I build trust. I am becoming someone I can trust. I may not trust everything yet. That is okay. I may still feel unsure. That is okay. Trust can begin small. Trust can begin with the next breath. Trust can begin with the words, I am still here and I am willing. I am not starting from nothing. I am not starting from nothing. I have lived. I have learned. I have felt deeply. I have survived things that changed me. I have gathered wisdom from days I did not know how to pass through. I have built strength in quiet ways. I have a heart that still wants peace. I have a spirit that still listens for good. I am not starting from nothing. I carry lessons. I carry courage. I carry tenderness. I carry the power to choose a new thought, even if that thought is small. I carry the breath in my body. I carry the chance to begin again. My delays do not define my destiny. My delays do not define my destiny. A delay is not always a denial. A pause is not always a punishment. Waiting does not mean I have been forgotten. Sometimes life moves slowly because something deeper is being made ready. My delays do not define my destiny. I let this truth calm the part of me that keeps watching the clock. I let this truth soften the fear that I have been left behind. I let this truth remind me that what is meaningful often takes shape in quiet ways. I can be proud of how far I have come. I can be proud of how far I have come. Even if I am not where I want to be, I can honor or how much I have walked through. Even if my progress has been slow, I can see the strength it took to keep going. Even if no one else knows the whole story, I know. My heart knows. My body knows. I can be proud of how far I have come. I have made it through nights that felt heavy. I have kept breathing through questions without answers. I have chosen hope again after disappointment. I have returned to myself in small ways that matter. That deserves gentleness. That deserves respect. I let go of the life I thought I should have had by now. I let go of the life I thought I should have had by now. I release the picture that makes me feel wrong. I release the old calendar that says I should be somewhere else. I release the pressure to match a dream that may no longer fit the person I am becoming. I let go of the life I thought I should have had by now. And as I let go, I make space for the life that can still meet me. A life with softness, a life with truth, a life with love that does not rush me, a life with purpose that grows from who I really am now. I welcome the life that is still possible for me. I welcome the life that is still possible for me. I do not need to know all of it tonight. I do not need to see every detail. I only need to stay open enough to believe that my life is not finished giving. There may be kindness ahead. There may be peace ahead. There may be new doors ahead. There may be a version of myself ahead that I will be grateful I did not rush past. I welcome the life that is still possible for me. I open my heart gently. I do not force hope. I invite it. I let it sit beside me like a warm cup in tired hands. I let it remind me that tomorrow does not have to repeat yesterday. I am safe in this unfinished place. I am safe in this unfinished place. I do not have to be complete to be worthy of rest. I do not have to have every answer to be allowed peace. I do not have to present a perfect life to be loved. I can be unfinished and still be sacred. I can be growing and still be enough. I am safe in this unfinished place. This place has lessons for me. This place has breath for me. This place has quiet strength for me. I do not need to run from it tonight. I can let myself be held here softly, gently, with no more fighting. My heart is not late. My heart is not late. My heart opens when it is ready. My heart trusts when it feels safe. My heart loves in its own rhythm. My heart has not failed because it needed time. My heart has not missed its chance because it had to protect itself. My heart is not late. I place a soft hand over my heart now, even if only in my mind. I say to this dear heart, you can take your time. You can open slowly. You do not have to rush love. You do not have to rush trust. You do not have to rush your return. My dreams are allowed to arrive in a new form. My dreams are allowed to arrive in a new form. What I wanted years ago may change shape. What I thought I needed may become something softer, wiser, better suited to who I am now. I do not need to hold the old form so tightly that I block the new blessing. My dreams are allowed to arrive in a new form. Life may bring me peace in a way I did not expect. Love may find me through a door I did not plan. Purpose may grow from a small step I nearly ignored. Joy may return in quiet ways before it becomes bright. I allow the new form. I allow the gentle surprise. I am guided by the quiet wisdom within me. I am guided by the quiet wisdom within me. There is a soft knowing inside me that does not shout. It may come as a feeling of peace. It may come as a small no. It may come as a gentle yes. It may come as a need to rest. It may come as courage rising slowly. I am guided by the quiet wisdom within me. I do not need to force myself to hear everything tonight. I only need to become quiet enough to listen. I only need to make room. I only need to stop calling my inner voice small just because it speaks softly. I no longer use comparison as proof that I am failing. I no longer use comparison as proof that I am failing. Someone else's timing is not a sentence against me. Someone else's success is not a sign that I have been skipped. Someone else's joy is not evidence that mine cannot come. The world is wide enough for many blessings. Life is wide enough for many paths. I no longer use comparison as proof that I am failing. When I notice comparison rise, I do not shame myself. I breathe. I return. I say, that is fear looking outward. I choose love looking inward. I come back to my own breath, my own body, my own next step. I am allowed to move slower than my fear wants me to move. I am allowed to move slower than my fear wants me to move. Fear wants to rush. Fear wants to fix everything now. Fear wants proof. Fear wants control. But my deeper self knows that peace has its own pace. My deeper self knows that some choices are better when they are made from calm. I am allowed to move slower than my fear wants me to move. I do not need fear to drive tonight. I can thank it for trying to protect me, and then I can choose a softer voice. I can choose the voice of trust. I can choose the voice of patience. I can choose the voice that says, breathe. We are here. We can take one step. I give my nervous system permission to stop running. I give my nervous system permission to stop running. My body has carried many worries. My chest may have held pressure. My stomach may have held fear. My shoulders may have lifted as if they had to carry the whole future. But now, for this moment, I let my body know it can soften. I give my nervous system permission to stop running. There is no race in this breath. There is no test in this moment. There is no judge sitting inside my heart tonight. There is only the warmth of returning. There is only the gentle practice of being here. I am worthy while I wait. I am worthy while I wait. Waiting does not make me lead as worthy. Needing time does not make me less worthy. Being in the middle does not make me less worthy. My worth does not begin after the answer arrives. My worth is with me now. I am worthy while I wait. I am worthy before the door opens. I am worthy before the message comes. I am worthy before the change is visible. I am worthy before anyone understands my path. I am worthy in this quiet breath. The right pace can still bring me to the right place. The right pace can still bring me to the right place. I do not have to run to arrive. I do not have to strain to be guided. I do not have to exhaust myself to prove that I care. I can move with care. I can move with steadiness. I can move with trust. The right pace can still bring me to the right place. A river does not ask every stone if it is still allowed to move. It bends, it turns, it rests in wide places, it narrows in others. Still, it finds its way. I too can find my way without forcing every turn. I let tonight be a soft turning point. I let tonight be a soft turning point, not a loud change, not a forced change, not a promise I must perform perfectly tomorrow, just a soft turning inside me, a quiet decision to stop using time against myself, a gentle return to trust, a small opening in the heart. I let tonight be a soft turning point. Maybe I will still have questions tomorrow. That is okay. Maybe I will still feel tender. That is okay. But something in me can begin to change now. Something in me can stop fighting my own pace. Something in me can whisper, I am not behind, I am becoming. I am becoming, I am becoming, not failing, not falling behind, not forgotten, becoming. I am becoming in my own way, in my own time, with my own lessons, my own courage, my own softness, my own sacred path. I am becoming. And as I become, I do not have to hate the person I am tonight. I can hold this version of me with tenderness. I can say, thank you for getting me here. Thank you for not giving up. Thank you for still listening for peace. I am safe to trust my season. I am safe to trust my season. If this is a season of quiet, I can trust it. If this is a season of rebuilding, I can trust it. If this is a season of rest, I can trust it. If this is a season of learning how to love myself more gently, I can trust it. I am safe to trust my season. The earth does not bloom every flower in one day. The sky does not show every color at once. The moon changes slowly and is still whole in every phase. I too can be whole while I change. I do not need to earn my place in life by rushing. I do not need to earn my place in life by rushing. I already belong to this life. I already have a place in this breath. I already have permission to be here. I do not need to hurry to prove I deserve space. I do not need to move faster to become lovable. I do not need to earn my place in life by rushing. I can take up space softly. I can walk through life gently. I can speak to myself as if I am someone worth protecting. I can let my pace be kind. I allow peace to meet me before the answer comes. I allow peace to meet me before the answer comes. I do not need to wait for every problem to leave before I can feel one moment of calm. I can receive one breath of peace now, one moment of quiet now, one small rest inside the unknown now. I allow peace to meet me before the answer comes. Peace does not mean everything is finished. Peace means I am no longer fighting this moment with all my strength. Peace means I give myself room to breathe. Peace means I let my heart rest in the middle of becoming. I am learning to believe that my timing can be kind. I am learning to believe that my timing can be kind. Maybe I once believed time was against me. Maybe I felt chased by age, expectation, pressure, and old regret. Maybe I felt like every passing year was proof that I had failed. But now I open to a softer idea. I am learning to believe that my timing can be kind. Time can hold me. Time can teach me. Time can give me space to understand what I could not understand before. Time can help me become ready for what I once would not have known how to receive. I do not have to know how everything will work out tonight. I do not have to know how everything will work out tonight. Tonight is for resting. Tonight is for breathing. Tonight is for softening the old fear. Tonight is for letting my heart stop scanning the distance. I do not need every answer right now. I do not have to know how everything will work out tonight. I can place the unknown down for a while. I can let the future breathe without my constant worry. I can trust that when the next step is ready, it can come with enough light for me to see it. I am allowed to receive good things at any age, in any season, from any starting point. I am allowed to receive good things at any age, in any season, from any starting point. My life does not expire because it took time. My joy does not have a final deadline. My peace does not have an age limit. My purpose does not vanish because I had to learn slowly. I am allowed to receive good things now, later, and in ways I have not imagined yet. I am allowed to receive good things at any age, in any season, from any starting point. This sentence opens a window in my heart. It lets fresh air come in. It reminds me that life can still move. It reminds me that I am not closed. It reminds me that there are many ways for goodness to find me. I no longer call my life late just because it is different. I no longer call my life late just because it is different. Different is not wrong. Slow is not wrong. Quiet is not wrong. Unseen is not wrong. My life may not follow the road I expected, but it can still become meaningful, beautiful, and deeply mine. I no longer call my life late just because it is different. I give myself permission to see, stop apologizing for the shape of my path. I give myself permission to stop shrinking my story to make others comfortable. I give myself permission to honor the way life has been teaching me. I can stop asking life to hurry and start asking my heart to soften. I can stop asking life to hurry and start asking my heart to soften. There is wisdom in softness. There is strength in a heart that can open without forcing. There is peace in no longer gripping every outcome. I do not need to push life all night. I can let my heart soften into this breath. I can stop asking life to hurry and start asking my heart to soften. Soft does not mean weak. Soft means I am no longer fighting everything. Soft means I am available to guidance. Soft means I can feel warmth again. Soft means I can let love reach the places that pressure could never reach. I honor the quiet work I have done inside myself. I honor the quiet work I have done inside myself. No one may have seen every choice I made to keep going. No one may have noticed the moments I chose patience, honesty, rest, or courage. No one may have clapped when I did not give up on myself, but I can honor it now. I honor the quiet work I have done inside myself. I honor the tears that made space. I honor the questions that helped me grow. I honor the endings that taught me truth. I honor the pauses that saved my strength. I honor the small beginnings that did not look like much, but mattered deeply. My life is not passing me by. My life is not passing me by. My life is happening here, in this breath, in this listening, in this tender moment where I choose not to abandon myself. Life is not only the big event, the perfect day, the final arrival. Life is also the small return to peace. My life is not passing me by. I can stop waiting to live until everything looks complete. I can notice the warmth of this moment. I can notice the air entering my lungs. I can notice the support beneath me. I can notice that even now something gentle is possible. I am still allowed to dream. I am still allowed to dream. Even if the old dream changed, even if disappointment came, even if I put my hope away for a while, I am still allowed to dream. I am still allowed to imagine a life that feels softer, truer, more loving, more peaceful. I am still allowed to dream. I do not need to dream from pressure. I can dream from tenderness. I can let my dreams become wings instead of weights. I can let them lift me gently instead of making me feel behind. I choose patience that feels like love, not waiting that feels like punishment. I choose patience that feels like love, not waiting that feels like punishment. There is a kind of waiting that hurts because it is filled with fear, but there is also a kind of patience that holds me gently while life unfolds. I choose that softer patience now, the kind that says, you can breathe here, you can grow here, you can be held here. I choose patience that feels like love, not waiting that feels like punishment. I do not use patience to deny my desires. I use patience to stop hurting myself while I move toward them. I can want more and still be kind to myself now. I can hope and still rest. I can believe and still breathe. I am guided one peaceful step at a time. I am guided one peaceful step at a time. Not 10 steps, not the whole road, not the full answer. Just one peaceful step, one loving choice, one honest moment, one breath that brings me back to myself. I am guided one peaceful step at a time. If the next step is rest, I trust rest. If the next step is courage, I trust courage. If the next step is waiting, I trust waiting. If the next step is speaking, I trust the words that come from love. I can trust myself more than I trust my fear. I can trust myself more than I trust my fear. Fear speaks quickly. Fear speaks loudly. Fear tells me I am late, lost, forgotten, or running out of time. But fear does not see the whole path. Fear only sees old pain and tries to protect me from feeling it again. I can trust myself more than I trust my fear. There is another voice in me, a quieter voice, a warmer voice, a voice that says, "Slow down, you are here, you are still loved, you can take the next step with peace." I choose to listen for that voice. I am not too late to become peaceful. I am not too late to become peaceful. Peace can meet me now. Peace can meet me in small ways. Peace can meet me after a long day, after a hard season, after years of trying. Peace does not ask me why I took so long. Peace simply comes closer when I make room. I am not too late to become peaceful. I make room now, room in my breath, room in my chest, room in my thoughts, room in the quiet space between one worry and the next. I am not too late to love myself more gently. I am not too late to love myself more gently. No matter how long I criticized myself, I can begin a kinder relationship now. No matter how often I spoke harshly to my heart, I can change the tone. No matter how many years I treated myself like a problem, I can learn to treat myself like someone precious. I am not too late to love myself more gently. Tonight, I place down the inner weapon. I stop making my own heart a battlefield. I speak softly now. I say, "You are safe with me. I am learning to care for you. I am learning to listen. I am not too late to receive love. I am not too late to receive love." Love can come in many forms: a kind word, a safe friendship, a quiet moment of self-respect, a softening in my own chest, a new connection, a deeper honesty, a gentle return to my own heart. I am not too late to receive love. I do not need to chase love that makes me feel small. I do not need to beg for love that does not know how to hold me. I can open to love that feels peaceful, steady, honest, and warm. I am not too late to find purpose. I am not too late to find purpose. Purpose does not always arrive as one big sign. Sometimes purpose comes as the next cues and action. The next honest word, the next person I help, the next truth I live, the next morning I choose to begin again. I am not too late to find purpose. My purpose can grow from my real life, from my pain, from my wisdom, from my care, from the things I have learned slowly, from the way I choose to become more loving, more awake, more present. I am not too late to feel joy again. I am not too late to feel joy again. Joy may return quietly at first. A small smile, a warm drink, a gentle song, a moment of sunlight, a breath that feels easier, a night when my mind finally lets go. I do not need to force joy to be big. I can welcome the small joy first. I am not too late to feel joy again. Even if sadness has visited me often, joy can still find little openings. Even if my heart feels guarded, joy can sit beside me softly. Even if life is unfinished, I can let one small light come in. I am not too late to begin again. I am not too late to begin again. This truth is simple. This truth is kind. This truth is strong enough to hold me when regret rises. I am not too late to begin again. I can begin with the next breath. I can begin with a softer thought. I can begin with the decision to stop calling myself late. I am not too late to begin again. I do not need a perfect morning. I do not need a perfect plan. I do not need a perfect version of myself. I only need willingness. I only need one open space inside me where hope can enter. I forgive myself for believing I was behind. I forgive myself for believing I was behind. I was only afraid. I was only trying to understand why things felt hard. I was only looking at the world and wondering where I belonged. I forgive myself for turning fear into a story about my worth. I forgive myself for believing I was behind. I let that old story loosen. I let it fall like dust from my hands. I do not need to carry it into the rest of this night. I do not need to sleep with it pressed against my heart. I forgive myself for comparing my life to others. I forgive myself for comparing my life to others. Comparison was a sign that I wanted reassurance. It was a sign that some part of me needed love. I do not shame myself for it. I simply choose a new way now. I forgive myself for comparing my life to others. When I see another person's path, I can bless it and return to my own. When I see another person's joy, I can remember that joy is not limited. When I see another person's progress, I can whisper, there is room for me too. I forgive myself for rushing my own heart. I forgive myself for rushing my own heart. My heart needed safety. My heart needed time. My heart needed gentleness. I may have pushed it because I was scared, but now I can listen. Now I can say, I'm sorry I rushed you. I am here with you now. I forgive myself for rushing my own heart. I let my heart open in its own way. I let trust return in its own season. I let love grow out without pressure. I let my inner life become a room where nothing has to bloom before it is ready. I forgive myself for thinking I had to prove my worth. I forgive myself for thinking I had to prove my worth. I thought I had to earn rest. I thought I had to earn love. I thought I had to earn the right to be proud of myself. But now I am learning a softer truth. My worth is not a task. My worth is not a performance. My worth is not waiting at the finish line. I forgive myself for thinking I had to prove my worth. I let myself come home to a worth that is already here, quiet, steady, patient, like deep roots beneath the earth, holding me even when I cannot see them. I choose to speak to myself with more kindness tonight. I choose to speak to myself with more kindness tonight. When my mind says, "You should be further," I answer, "You are doing your best." When my mind says, "You are late," I answer, "You are becoming." When my mind says, "It is too late," I answer, "There is still life here." I choose to speak to myself with more kindness tonight. My words matter. My tone matters. The way I speak inside myself becomes the room I live in. Tonight I make that room softer, warmer, safer, more full of breath. I choose to believe that life can still be good to me. I choose to believe that life can still be good to me. Not because everything has been easy, not because I have never been hurt, not because I can see the full path. I choose to believe because my heart deserves to live with hope. I choose to believe that life can still be good to me. Goodness may come quietly. It may come through rest. It may come through a kind person. It may come through a change in me. It may come through a door I have not seen yet. I stay open in a gentle way. I choose the pace that lets me stay connected to myself. I choose the pace that lets me stay connected to myself. If rushing makes me abandon my body, I slow down. If pressure makes me lose my peace, I return to breath. If comparison makes me forget my worth, I come back to my own path. I choose the pace that lets me stay connected to myself. I do not want a life that requires me to leave myself behind. I want a life that allows me to be present, to feel, to breathe, to love, to grow from the inside out. I choose peace over the old race. I choose peace over the old race. I do not need to race against other people. I do not need to race against age. I do not need to race against old expectations. I do not need to race against the picture I once imagined. I choose peace over the old race. I can walk. I can breathe. I can arrive one step at a time. I can become without burning out. I can grow without attacking myself. I can move forward with a soft heart. I choose trust in the middle of the unknown. I choose trust in the middle of the unknown. The unknown does not have to be a dark room full of danger. It can be a soft space where new things are forming. It can be a wet sky before morning. It can be the place where my next blessing is still taking shape. I choose trust in the middle of the unknown. I do not need to fill every silence with fear. I do not need to turn every delay into a warning. I can let the unknown be open. I can let it breathe. I can let it hold possibilities I cannot see yet. I choose to stop using my past as proof that my future cannot change. I choose to stop using my past as proof that my future cannot change. What happened before taught me, but it does not own me. What hurt me shaped me, but it does not close every door. What I lost matters, but it is not the only story my life can tell. I choose to stop using my past as proof that my future cannot change. My future may be softer than my fear expects. My future may bring a kind of peace I have not known yet. My future may meet a version of me who is more open, more honest, more ready to receive. I choose to honor the person I am becoming. I choose to honor the person I am becoming. This person may still be tender. This person may still be learning. This person may still feel afraid sometimes. But this person is real. This person is trying. This person deserves patience. I choose to honor the person I am becoming. I do not rush this person. I do not shame this person. I do not compare this person to anyone else. I hold this becoming with care. I say, take your time. I am with you. I choose to let my life unfold with more grace. I choose to let my life unfold with more grace. Grace means I do not need to punish myself into change. Grace means I can learn without hating myself. Grace means I can grow through kindness. Grace means I can receive support in simple ways. I choose to let my life unfold with more grace. I invite grace into my thoughts, grace into my breath, grace into my waiting, grace into my next step, grace into the places where I have been too hard on myself. I choose to believe that every quiet step counts. I choose to believe that every quiet step counts. The step no one sees counts. The breath I take instead of reacting counts. The moment I rest instead of pushing counts. The kind thought I choose after years of self-criticism counts. The small return to hope counts. I choose to believe that every quiet step counts. I do not need every step to be dramatic. I do not need every change to be seen. Quiet progress is still progress. Gentle growth is still growth. Inner movement is still movement. I choose to meet this night with a softer heart. I choose to meet this night with a softer heart. I let the day loosen its grip. I let the old thoughts grow quiet. I let the pressure fall away from my chest, my belly, my hands, my face. I do not need to carry the whole timeline into sleep. I choose to meet this night with a softer heart. The night can hold what I cannot solve. The silence can give me room. The dark can become a blanket, not a threat. I can rest inside this moment and let my heart be gentle. Again. You are allowed to grow at the pace of peace. You are allowed to grow at the pace of peace. Let this become personal now. You are not behind schedule. You are not late for what is meant to be yours in the right form, in the right way, at the right depth. You are not failing because your life took time. You are not less worthy because your path has been quiet. You are not forgotten because the answer has not fully appeared. You are becoming. Slowly, maybe. Softly, maybe. With many pauses, maybe. With tears, maybe. With questions, maybe. But still, you are becoming. And becoming is holy in its own way. You can stop pressing your life against someone else's calendar. You can stop asking why your flower did not open on the same morning as theirs. You can stop calling your roots invisible and therefore useless. The roots are working. The unseen is working. The quiet is working. Your heart is working. Your breath is working. Your life is still working, even here. You are allowed to be here. You are allowed to be in this exact place and still be worthy of love. You are allowed to have unfinished dreams and still feel peace tonight. You are allowed to have questions and still rest. You are allowed to need time and still trust yourself. You are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to be slow. You are allowed to be human. And now, one more time, let these first truths settle deeper. You are not behind schedule. You are not behind schedule. You are not behind schedule. You are in a season of becoming. You are learning the pace of peace. You are letting go of the old race. You are coming home to your own timing. You are safe here. You are loved here. And you can breathe here. Now let that truth rest a little deeper in you, not only in your mind, not only as a sentence. Let it rest in your heart. Let it rest in the places that have been tired from trying to catch up. Let it rest in the quiet corners of you that have been asking, when will my life finally feel like mine? There is a gentle wisdom in things that cannot be rushed. A pearl does not become a pearl in one day. It is formed slowly in the hidden dark, layer by layer, through patience that no one sees. It does not know the word late. It does not look around and say, "Why am I not shining yet?" It only allows the quiet work to continue. It lets time cover what once felt rough. It lets pressure become beauty. It lets the unseen become precious. And maybe your life has been doing something like that. Maybe the parts of you that felt rough, tender, or unfinished were not signs that you were failing. Maybe they were the beginning of something deeper being formed. You may have wanted your life to open quickly. You may have wanted the answer to arrive in a clear, bright way. You may have wanted the right path, the right love, the right work, the right peace, the right sign, and the right version of yourself to appear all at once. That is very human. Of course you wanted that. Of course your heart wanted relief. But life often works in layers. First, it removes what you cannot carry anymore. Then it shows you what you have been holding too tightly. Then it teaches you how to stand without the old support. Then it brings you back to your own breath. Then slowly, it begins to show you what is still possible. This is why you cannot always judge your life by what is visible. Some of the most important changes happen quietly. A softer reaction, a boundary you could not set before, a moment when you choose rest instead of self-attack, a night when you stop blaming yourself for needing time, a morning when you wake up and feel only a little more space in your chest. These may not look big to the world, but to the heart, they are sacred openings. They are small bells ringing inside you saying, something is changing, something is loosening, something is becoming more free. Imagine an old clock in a quiet room. Not a loud clock, not a clock that shouts, not a clock that tries to prove itself. A steady clock, a soft clock, a clock that keeps its own time. Outside the room, people may be running. Doors may be opening and closing. Voices may be saying, hurry, decide, become, arrive, show proof, do more, be more. But inside that quiet room, the clock keeps moving in its own rhythm. Tick, breathe, tick, rest, tick, become. It does not panic because another clock moves differently. It does not apologize for the pace of its own hands. It simply keeps time in the way it was made to keep time. Your heart has its own clock, too. It may not match the world's noise. It may not match your old plan. It may not match what other people expected from you. But it knows something. It knows when it needs safety. It knows when it needs silence. It knows when it needs to close for a while. It knows when it is ready to open again. It knows when it needs to stop chasing and start listening. And tonight, you are learning to honor that inner clock, not the clock of fear, not the clock of comparison, not the clock of pressure, the clock of your own deep becoming. There is another image I want you to feel. Think of a loom slowly weaving a piece of cloth. One thread moves over, one thread moves under, again and again. A single thread may not look like much. It may even look lost, moving back and forth with no clear picture. But the loom knows the pattern before the eyes can see it. The color has its place. The space has its place. Even the slow crossing has its place. And one day, what looked like repetition becomes design. What looked like waiting becomes meaning. What looked like a delay becomes part of the beauty. You may be in the weaving. You may be in the over and under. You may be in the part where the picture is not clear yet. You may see only loose threads and wonder why they have not become something whole. But your life is not only the loose thread you see tonight. There is a larger pattern. There is a shape forming through your choices, your pauses, your lessons, your tears, your courage, your resting, and your returning. You may not be able to see it from where you are. That does not mean it is not real. Sometimes the heart calls something delay because it cannot yet see the design. Sometimes the mind calls something failure because it cannot yet see the strength being made. Sometimes the body calls something danger because it has been tired for too long and only wants certainty. So be gentle with every part of you. Be gentle with the part that doubts. Be gentle with the part that compares. Be gentle with the part that wants life to hurry. Be gentle with the part that is afraid of being forgotten. None of these parts are bad. They are only asking to be held. They are only asking to be told, you are safe here. You do not have to run tonight. And maybe this is the truth that begins to change everything. You do not have to arrive quickly to arrive beautifully. You do not have to understand every pause to trust that your life is still moving. You do not have to see the full cloth to believe that the threads of your life are not wasted. You do not have to shine today to be precious. A pearl is still a pearl while it is forming. A clock is still faithful while it moves slowly. A woven life is still meaningful before the full pattern is clear. So let your life be in process. Let your heart be in process. Let your peace be in process. Let your dreams be in process. Let your trust be in process. There is nothing wrong with being in process. There is nothing shameful about needing time. There is nothing broken about becoming slowly. If you feel unfinished, let that be okay. If you feel unsure, let that be okay. If you feel tired, let that be okay. If you feel like you are still learning lessons you thought you should have learned years ago, let that be okay too. You are not a machine. You are not a project. You are not a deadline. You are a living soul with a tender heart. You need warmth. You need patience. You need room to breathe. You need language that does not wound you. You need a place inside yourself where you can stop being measured and start being held. So tonight, imagine placing the old clock of pressure down. The one that kept saying, hurry, hurry, hurry. Set it gently on the floor. You do not have to break it. You do not have to hate it. You only have to stop living by it. And then, deep inside, listen for the softer clock, the one that says, breathe, you are here. You are still becoming. You are not late. Let that sink in. Let it rest in your heart. There is nothing you need to do right now. Nothing to prove. Nothing to chase. Nothing to finish in this moment. Only this breath. Only this gentle return. Only this soft remembering. You are not behind schedule. You are being woven slowly into a life that can hold the real you. Now let the next woo. Birdies come in more deeply. Let them move like warm water through the places that have been tight. Let them find the old worry. Let them find the hidden ache. Let them find the part of you that has been trying so hard to believe you are still on time. I am allowed to stop fighting the timing of my life. I am allowed to stop fighting the timing of my life. I do not need to wake up each day in battle with where I am. I do not need to turn every quiet season into proof that I am losing. I do not need to push against my own path until I am too tired to enjoy the life that is already here. I am allowed to stop fighting the timing of my life. Tonight, I lay down the argument. I lay down the resistance. I lay down the painful question, why not yet? And I let my heart breathe inside the softer question, what is life teaching me here? I let time become a teacher, not an enemy. I let time become a teacher, not an enemy. Time has shown me what matters. Time has shown me what I cannot force. Time has shown me what does not feel right for my spirit. Time has also shown me how strong I can be, how tender I still am, and how much love I still have inside me. I let time become a teacher, not an enemy. I no longer stand against the passing days as if they are stealing from me. I open to the possibility that some days are giving me wisdom, some days are giving me space, and some days are quietly shaping the strength I will need later. I am not being punished by the pause. I am not being punished by the pause. A pause can be a place of protection. A pause can be a place of listening. A pause can be a soft space between what ended and what is ready to begin. A pause can be where my nervous system learns that peace is possible again. I am not being punished by the pause. If life feels still, I do not need to panic. If the answer feels slow, I do not need to blame myself. If the next door has not opened yet, I can use this moment to return to my breath and nurture inner peace. I trust the quiet preparation happening within me. I trust the quiet preparation happening within me. I may not see every change. I may not feel strong every day. I may not understand why certain lessons took time. But something inside me has been learning. Something inside me has been softening. Something inside me has been growing more honest, more grounded, more awake. I trust the quiet preparation happening within me. Even when nothing looks different outside, something can be shifting inside. A new response, a new boundary, a new peace, a new willingness to stop leaving myself behind. I am being made ready for what is truly kind to me. I am being made ready for what is truly kind to me. Not for what wounds me, not for what rushes me, not for what makes me disappear, not for what asks me to betray my heart. I am being made ready for what is truly kind to me. I let this truth touch the old fear that says no, thing good is coming. I let it touch the old belief that I must take whatever life gives, even if it hurts. I allow myself to believe that what is kind, honest, peaceful, and steady can still meet me. I no longer confuse waiting with being rejected. I no longer confuse waiting with being rejected. Waiting can feel painful when the heart is tired. Waiting can feel like being left outside. But tonight I open to a gentler meaning. Waiting may simply mean that the full shape is not ready yet. Waiting may mean that I am being spared from what is not aligned. Waiting may mean that I am being guided towards something deeper than I first imagined. I no longer confuse waiting with being rejected. I am not outside of life. I am not outside of love. I am not outside of possibility. I am inside a season that is still speaking. I release the need to know why everything happened the way it did. I release the need to know why everything happened the way it did. Some things may never make perfect sense to my mind. Some memories may stay tender. Some endings may never come with a full explanation. But I do not need to understand every chapter in order to move into peace. I release the need to know why everything happened the way it did. I can honor what hurt without living inside it forever. I can take the lesson without carrying the weight. I can let the past be part of my story without letting it be the whole sky above me. I am free to move forward without carrying every old question. I am free to move forward without carrying every old question. I do not need to pack every wound into the future. I do not need to carry every what if, every why, every if only, every I should have known. I can travel lighter now. I am free to move forward without carrying every old question. I place down what is too heavy for tonight. I place down the need to solve old pain before I am allowed to rest. I place down the belief that peace must wait until the past is fully explained. My next chapter does not need my old fear to protect it. My next chapter does not need my old fear to protect it. Fear believes it is helping when it keeps me guarded. Fear believes it is keeping me safe when it tells me not to hope. Fear believes it is wise when it expects disappointment before anything begins. But my next chapter does not need my old fear to protect it. My next chapter needs presence. It needs honesty. It needs patience. It needs my willingness to listen inward. It needs a softer courage that does not come from panic, but from love. I am allowed to trust a future I cannot fully picture yet. I am allowed to trust a future I cannot fully picture yet. I do not need the whole picture to feel safe tonight. I do not need every detail, every answer, every step, every name, every place, every outcome. I can trust that more will be shown as I am ready to receive it. I am allowed to trust a future I cannot fully picture yet. The path may reveal its sea of like morning light, slowly touching one thing at a time. First the window, then the floor, then the wall, then the whole room. I do not need to force the sunrise. I can let it come. I release the belief that I have to suffer to be worthy of receiving. I release the belief that I have to suffer to be worthy of receiving. I do not need to exhaust myself to deserve peace. I do not need to struggle endlessly to deserve love. I do not need to prove that I have worked hard enough before kindness can reach me. I release the belief that I have to suffer to be worthy of receiving. I allow ease to be possible. I allow gentle support to be possible. I allow help to arrive in simple, grounded, human ways. I allow rest to be part of my path, not something I only receive after I break. I am safe to let good things come gently. I am safe to let good things come gently. Good does not need to arrive like thunder. Good can arrive like a soft hand on the shoulder. Good can arrive as a quiet idea. Good can arrive as one honest conversation. Good can arrive as a calmer morning. Good can arrive as a deeper breath in the middle of uncertainty. I am safe to let good things come gently. I do not need to chase every blessing. I do not need to grip every chance. I can stay open. I can stay steady. I can let the right things approach in a way my heart can hold. I deserve a life that does not require me to abandon myself. I deserve a life that does not require me to abandon myself. Let that sink in. Let it rest in your heart. I deserve a life that does not require me to abandon myself. I do not need to become smaller to be loved. I do not need to silence my needs to be accepted. I do not need to ignore my body, my heart, or my peace in order to belong somewhere. I deserve a life where I can breathe. I deserve connections where I can be honest. I deserve work, love, rest, and purpose that do not ask me to disappear. I am no longer available for a life built on self-betrayal. I am no longer available for a life built on self-betrayal. This is a deep truth. This is a turning point. This is where something inside me rises softly and says, no more. No more leaving myself behind to keep peace. No more rushing into things that do not feel right. No more calling pressure love. No more calling exhaustion success. No more calling fear wisdom. I am no longer available for a life built on self-betrayal. I return to myself before I return to the world. I return to myself before I return to the world. Before I answer everyone. Before I try to fix everything. Before I chase the next sign. Before I compare, explain, prove, perform, or carry too much. I return to myself. I return to my breath. I return to my body. I return to the quiet place in me that knows I am allowed to move from peace. I return to myself before I return to the world. I am worthy of love that does not make me hurry. I am worthy of love that does not make me hurry. Love that is right from my heart does not need to make me feel behind. It does not need to make me chase. It does not need to make me question my value every day. It does not need to turn my nervous system into a storm. I am worthy of love that does not make me hurry. I am worthy of love that meets me with care, love that respects my pace, love that listens, love that feels like warmth, not a test, love that lets me be real. I am worthy of success that does not cost me my peace. I am worthy of success that does not cost me my peace. I can want to grow without burning myself down. I can care about my work without turning my whole life into pressure. I can show up with devotion and still give my body rest. I can build something meaningful without losing the softness of my heart. I am worthy of success that does not cost me my peace. I let this be a new kind of ambition, not fear dressed as achievement, not panic wearing a bright face, but grounded, kind, steady movement that honors my whole self. I am worthy of joy that does not need permission. I am worthy of joy that does not need permission. I do not have to wait until everything is finished before I smile. I do not have to wait until every problem is solved before I notice beauty. I do not have to wait until I feel perfect before I allow one small moment of sweetness. I am worthy of joy that does not need permission. Joy can come in tiny drops, a calm breath, a warm blanket, a quiet room, a gentle word, a little space in the chest. And I can receive those drops without guilt. I am worthy of rest that does not require an excuse. I am worthy of rest that does not require an excuse. I do not need to explain why I am tired. I do not need to earn my right to pause. I do not need to be at the edge of breaking before I allow myself to stop. I am worthy of rest that does not require an excuse. Rest can support my healing journey. Rest can invite inner wellness. Rest can help my body feel safe enough to soften. Rest can bring me back to the present moment. I am worthy of a pace that protects my tenderness. I am worthy of a pace that protects my tenderness. There are parts of me that are soft, parts that need care, parts that do not respond well to force, parts that open only when they feel safe. I am worthy of a pace that protects my tenderness. I do not shame my sensitivity tonight. I do not call my softness a weakness. My tenderness is part of my wisdom. It tells me what hurts. It tells me what matters. It tells me where love is needed. I am worthy now before the change arrives. I am worthy now before the change arrives. This is the truth that can hold me. This is the truth that can undo the old race. I am worthy now before the change arrives, before the answer, before the relationship, before the success, before the new home, before the clear sign, before the peaceful morning. before the dream becomes visible. I am worthy now. And if part of me still wonders whether I deserve this peace, I do. I always have. Even when I forgot, even when I doubted, even when I compared, even when I rushed, even when I did not know how to love myself gently, I still deserved peace. I still deserved care. I still deserved tenderness. I still deserved a place to rest my heart. I do not need to become someone else to be worthy of peace. I do not need to become someone else to be worthy of peace. Peace can meet the real me, the tired me, the learning me, the tender me, the uncertain me, the me who is still becoming. I do not need to become someone else to be worthy of peace. I can stop waiting for a perfect version of myself to arrive before I offer myself kindness. I can begin right here. I can speak gently to this version of me. I can let this version of me breathe. I let my heart stop apologizing for needing time. I let my heart stop apologizing for needing time. My heart is not wrong for healing slowly. My heart is not wrong for being careful. My heart is not wrong for needing safety before it opens. My heart is not wrong for wanting truth, warmth, respect, and peace. I let my heart stop apologizing for needing time. I say to my heart, you do not have to explain your pace. You do not have to earn compassion. You do not have to make sense to everyone. You are allowed to be cared for here. I honor the person I became while I was waiting. I honor the person I became while I was waiting. The waiting did not only take from me, it also taught me. It showed me what I value. It showed me what I cannot carry. It showed me where I needed boundaries. It showed me how deeply I long for a life that feels true. I honor the person I became while I was waiting. I honor the strength that did not look loud. I honor the wisdom that came slowly. I honor the softness that survived. I honor the hope that kept breathing under the weight. I am allowed to receive the next good thing without fearing I will lose it. I am allowed to receive the next good thing without fearing I will lose it. I know my heart may be careful. I know my body may remember disappointment. I know part of me may want to protect itself by expecting less. But I can learn to receive gently, one moment at a time. I am allowed to receive the next good thing without fearing I will lose it. I do not need to grip. I do not need to panic. I do not need to rehearse loss. I can open my hands. I can breathe. I can let good be here while it is here. I can meet new blessings with a calm heart. I can meet new blessings with a calm heart. I do not need to be afraid of change just because it is new. I do not need to reject what is kind because I am not used to it. I do not need to push away peace because stress has felt more familiar. I can meet new blessings with a calm heart. Let this be a new practice, receiving without fear, resting without guilt, choosing without panic, opening without losing myself. I am becoming ready for a life that feels honest and peaceful. I am becoming ready for a life that feels honest and peaceful, not perfect, not always easy, not free from every human feeling, but honest, peaceful, kind, grounded, real, a life where I can hear myself, a life where I can breathe in my own body, a life where my choices match the truth inside me. Becoming ready for a life that feels honest and peaceful. I do not have to rush the life I want to trust. I do not have to rush the life I want to trust. If I want a life built on peace, I can begin with peace now. If I want a life built on love, I can speak to myself with love now. If I want a life built on truth, I can be honest with myself now. I do not have to rush the life I want to trust. I can build it slowly. I can build it with care. I can build it with choices that do not betray my heart. I release the fear that nothing is happening. I release the fear that nothing is happening. Something is always happening when I am becoming more aware. Something is happening when I stop repeating an old pattern. Something is happening when I choose a kinder thought. Something is happening when I let my body rest instead of forcing it forward. I release the fear that nothing is happening. The deepest changes are not always loud. Sometimes they are quiet enough to miss if I am only looking for big proof. So tonight, I honor the quiet proof, the softer breath, the calmer thought, the gentle willingness. I allow unseen progress to count. I allow unseen progress to count. Progress in my heart counts. Progress in my inner voice counts. Progress in how I speak to myself counts. Progress in choosing rest counts. Progress in releasing shame counts. Progress in believing that my life is not late counts. I allow unseen progress to count. I do not need to show my growth to the world for it to be real. I do not need applause for my healing journey to matter. I do not need someone else to understand the weight I have been putting down. I am held by the life that is still unfolding. I am held by the life that is still unfolding. Even if I cannot see the full shape, even if I do not know the next chapter, even if I still feel tender, even if questions remain, I am held by the life that is still unfolding, held by breath, held by this moment, held by the softness returning to my body, held by the quiet promise that I do not have to know everything tonight. I let myself be loved by the present moment. I let myself be loved by the present moment. Not tomorrow, not when I finally arrive, not when I become calm enough, successful enough, healed enough, clear enough. Now, this moment can love me by giving me breath. This moment can love me by giving me rest. This moment can love me by giving me a place to stop running. I let myself be loved by the present moment. I am not late for the peace that is finding me now. I am not late for the peace that is finding me now. Peace is not standing far away, judging me for taking too long. Peace is not asking why I wandered. Peace is not counting my mistakes. Peace is simply here, waiting for a little space inside me. I am not late for the peace that is finding me now. I make that space, a small space, a quiet space, a breathing space, and peace comes closer. I am not late for the love that begins inside me. I am not late for the love that begins inside me. This love does not demand performance. This love does not shout. This love does not ask me to become perfect before it enters. It begins softly, right here, as I choose not to abandon myself tonight. I am not late for the love that begins inside me. I let this love speak. You are here. You are trying. You are worthy of care. You can rest now. You are not behind. I am not late for the life that is still calling me. I am not late for the life that is still calling me. The call may be quiet, but it is there. It may come through peace. It may come through longing. It may come through a small next step. It may come through the feeling that there is still more kindness waiting for me. I am not late for the life that is still calling me. I do not need to run toward it tonight. I only need to listen. I only need to stay open. I only need to breathe and let my heart remember that the door is not closed. The life meant for my true self will not require me to hate this version of me. The life meant for my true self will not require me to hate this version of me. Let this be the deepest truth for this moment. The life meant for my true self will not require me to hate this version of me. I do not need to reject myself to grow. I do not need to shame myself to change. I do not need to punish myself into becoming worthy of a better life. The better life begins when I stop being cruel to the life I am living now. I can love myself here and still move forward. I can accept myself here and still grow. I can be gentle with myself here and still choose new things. I can rest here and still continue. I can breathe here and still become. This is the turning point, not the moment when everything outside changes, but the moment when I stop using my own heart as a place for pressure. The moment when I stop calling my pace wrong. The moment when I stop believing that being unfinished means being unworthy. The moment when I let myself be human and holy at the same time. I am here. I am breathing. I am learning. I am softening. I am still worthy. I am still loved. I am still becoming. And I am not behind schedule. Now let this moment be just for you. There is nothing you need to do right now, nothing to fix, nothing to explain, nothing to prove. Everything can wait. Just breathe. Let your body know that for these next few moments, it does not have to run. Your mind may still be moving. That is okay. Your heart may still feel tender. That is okay. Your body may need time to believe that it is safe to soften. That is okay too. Take a deep breath in, slowly, gently, as if you are breathing in warmth through the center of your chest. Hold it softly, not with force, just a small pause, and release. Let the breath leave like a long sigh you did not know you were holding. Again, breathe in. Let the air come in slowly. Let it fill the quiet space behind your ribs. Hold just for a moment and release. Let your shoulders drop. Let your hands soften. Let your face become a little more peaceful. One more time. Breathe in. I am here. Hold. I am safe. Release. I let go of the race. Let that sink in. I let go of the race. Say it inside very softly. I let go of the race. Again, slower. I let go of the race. There is no race in this room. There is no race in this breath. There is no race inside the deepest part of you. Feel the support beneath your body, the bed, the chair, the floor, whatever is holding you right now. Let yourself be held by it. You do not have to hold yourself up with tension. You do not have to keep your body ready for danger. You are safe here. Let your feet soften. Let your toes release. Let the weight of the day move out through the soles of your feet, as if the earth beneath you can receive what you no longer need to carry. Your feet have carried you through so many days, quiet days, hard days, hopeful days, days when you did not know what would happen next. And still, they brought you here. Breathe in gently. Thank you, feet. Breathe out slowly. You can rest now. Let your ankles soften. Let your calves loosen. Let your knees become easy. No pushing, no holding. No need to brace for the next thing. Your legs do not need to run tonight. They do not need to chase tomorrow. They do not need to prove that you are moving fast enough. Breathe in. I allow stillness. Breathe out. I release hurry. Feel your thighs soften. Feel your hips becoming heavier. Let your body settle. Let the muscles around your hips release the old need to move, move, move. You have been moving for so long. Even when your body was still, your mind may have been running, planning, comparing, wondering, trying to understand, trying to be ready. But now, everything can wait. Let those words move through you. Everything can wait. Again, everything can wait. The email can wait. The decision can wait. The worry can wait. The old story can wait. The future can wait. This breath is here now. Let your belly soften. You do not have to hold fear there. You do not have to grip. You do not have to pull yourself together for anyone in this moment. Let your belly rise as you breathe in. Let it fall as you breathe out. A soft wave, a quiet wave, in and out, in and out. Breathe in. My body is allowed to rest. Breathe out. My body is allowed to soften. If your mind wanders, that is okay. You do not need to pull it back sharply. Just guide it softly. Like placing a warm blanket around a tired child. Come back to breathe. Come back to body. Come back to now. Let your chest soften. Let the area around your heart feel less guarded. You do not have to open all the way. You do not have to force trust. You do not have to make your heart feel something it is not ready to feel. Just give it a little room, a little warmth, a little kindness. Breathe in. There is room for me here. Breathe out. I do not have to rush. Place a hand over your heart if that feels comfortable. Or simply imagine a soft hand there, warm, gentle, steady, not pushing, not asking, only staying. Say quietly inside, I am with you. Again, I am with you. One more time, I am with you. Let your heart hear that, not as a command, as a promise. You are not leaving yourself tonight. You are not turning against yourself tonight. You are not calling yourself late tonight. You are staying. You are breathing. You are here. Take another slow breath in. Hold it softly. Release through your mouth if you can. Let the sound be quiet. Let it be natural. Let it be enough. Now breathe in through the nose, softly, and breathe out longer than you breathed in. Again, breathe in and breathe out longer. One more time. Breathe in and let the breath leave slowly, like the last light of evening fading across a calm sky. There is nothing you need to do right now. Let that sink in. There is nothing you need to do right now. You do not have to figure out your timing. You do not have to solve the meaning of the delay. You do not have to decide who you will become. You do not have to understand every piece of your life tonight. Just breathe, just soften, just be here. That is enough. Let your shoulders soften now. They have carried so much. Expectations, old guilt, quiet pressure, things no one saw, words you did not say, responsibilities you held because you thought you had to. Let your shoulders release one small layer, not all of it, just one layer. Breathe in. I do not have to carry everything. Breathe out. I let one layer go. Again. Breathe in. I do not have to carry everything. Breathe out. I let one layer go. Let your arms soften. Let your elbows soften. Let your wrists soften. Let your hands open a little. You do not have to grip life tonight. You do not have to hold the future tightly. You do not have to keep your fingers closed around what is trying to change. Open the hands, even just inside your imagination. Soft hands, soft breath, soft heart, soft night. Imagine your thoughts as small leaves floating on still water. You do not need to chase them. You do not need to stop them. You do not need to explain why they are there. You simply watch them pass. One thought, then another, then a little space, then another thought. And still, underneath them all, the water remains. You are the water beneath the thoughts. Not every thought, not every worry, not every fear. You are deeper than the movement on the face. You are deeper than the story that says you are behind. You are deeper than the old clock. Let your neck soften. Let the back of your head feel supported. Let your jaw release. Maybe your teeth part a little. Maybe your tongue relaxes. Maybe your face stops trying to hold the day together. Breathe in. I soften my face. Breathe out. I soften my mind. Let your eyes rest. Even if they are open, let them soften. Let the space around your eyes become gentle. You have looked for answers for so long. You have looked ahead, looked back, looked around, looked at others, looked for proof, looked for signs that you were not too late. Now let your eyes rest from searching. Let your heart feel this truth without needing to see every step. You are safe here. You are safe in this breath. You are safe in this pause. If you are still wondering whether you deserve this peace, you do. You always have. You did not have to earn it by being perfect. You did not have to earn it by being fast. You did not have to earn it by reaching some faraway version of yourself. You deserve peace because you are here, breathing, feeling, trying, becoming. Let that rest in your heart. You deserve peace. Again, you deserve peace. Not later, not after everything changes. Now, here, in this moment, take a slow breath in. Let peace come in gently. Take a slow breath out. Let pressure leave gently. Again, breathe in peace. Breathe out pressure. Again, breathe in peace. Breathe out pressure. Now let the breath become natural. Do not control it. Do not shape it. Just notice it. The body knows how to breathe. The body knows how to return. The body knows how to settle when it feels safe enough. You are giving it that safety now. Feel the quiet around you. Even if there are sounds, feel the deeper quiet beneath them. A hum, a stillness, a soft space. Let yourself rest inside it. This moment is not asking you to be more. This moment is not asking you to hurry. This moment is not asking you to become impressive. This moment is only inviting you to be here, fully, softly, without shame. Ask yourself gently, and if you want, you can share this in the comments later. What part of me is ready to stop rushing tonight? Do not force an answer. Just let the question open a small door. What part of me is ready to stop rushing tonight? Maybe it is your heart. Maybe it is your mind. Maybe it is your body. Maybe it is the part of you that has been trying to earn love. Maybe it is the part of you that keeps looking at other people and forgetting your own path. Whatever part it is, let it come close. Let it be held. Let it breathe. Say softly inside, you can stop running now. Again, you can stop running now. One more time, you can stop running now. There is no need to rush this breath. There is no need to rush this night. There is no need to rush your healing journey. There is no need to rush your becoming. Let the breath come. Let the breath go. Let the body rest. Let the heart soften. Let the mind slow down. Now imagine a small lantern inside your chest. Not bright, not loud, just a soft golden warmth. It does not burn. It does not demand. It only glows. This lantern is your inner steadiness. It may have felt hidden under worry. It may have felt small under pressure, but it is still there. With each breath in, the lantern glows a little warmer. With each breath out, the room inside you becomes a little softer. Breathe in, warmth. Breathe out, softness. Breathe in, warmth. Breathe out, softness. Breathe in, warmth. Breathe out, softness. Let that simple rhythm hold you. Warmth in, softness out. Warmth in, softness out. Nothing more is needed. Now let these words move through the stillness. I can rest inside my own timing. I can rest inside my own timing. I can rest inside my own timing. Do not think too much about the words. Let them become sound. Let them become warmth. Let them become a safe place in the body. I do not have to rush to be worthy. I do not have to rush to be loved. I do not have to rush to be guided. Let each sentence land softly. No force, no pressure, only breath. I am here. I am safe here. I can breathe here. Again, I am here. I am safe here. I can breathe here. Let the words become slower now. Let the spaces between them become wider. Let the quiet do some of the work. Your body can rest. Your heart can rest. Your thoughts can rest. Your old timeline can rest. Your fear can rest. Your need to know can rest. Everything can wait. Take one more deep breath in, slowly, as if you are breathing in from the base of your body all the way up to your heart. Hold it gently and release. Again, breathe in slowly. Feel your body receiving air. Hold softly and release. Let the breath fall away. One last deep breath. Breathe in. I am not behind. Hold. I am becoming. Release. I am safe to rest. Let the body receive that. I am not behind. I am becoming. I am safe to rest. Again, quietly. I am not behind. I am becoming. I am safe to rest. Now there is nothing to push, nothing to chase, nothing to prove. Only the slow return to yourself. Only the soft opening of this moment. Only the breath moving in and out like a calm tide inside you. Let everything become simple now. Breath, body, heart, quiet, peace. You are here. You are safe. Everything can wait. Just breathe. Now let the deepest words come close. Do not reach for them. Do not try to become them quickly. Let them come to you like warmth entering a cold room. Slowly, gently, enough. You are not running anymore. You are not standing outside your own life anymore. You are not waiting for someone else to tell you that your path still matters. Your path matters now. Your breath matters now. Your heart matters now. You matter now. I am no longer outside my own life. I am no longer outside my own life. I come back into the room of my own being. I come back to this body, this breath, this soft moment, this quiet truth. I stop standing far away from myself, watching, judging, asking why I am not different yet. I am no longer outside my own life. I am here. And because I am here, life can meet me here. I belong to the life that is opening for me. I belong to the life that is opening for me. Not because I have done everything right. Not because I never became afraid. Not because I always knew the way. I belong because my life is mine. I belong because I am still here. I belong because something inside me is still reaching toward peace. I belong to the life that is opening for me. I do not have to stand at the edge anymore. I can step closer. I can let my own life welcome me. I am not too late to become who I truly am. I am not too late to become who I truly am. The real me has not disappeared. The real me has not been lost forever. The real me may have been covered by fear, pressure, grief, doubt, and old noise, but the real me is still here, still breathing, still listening. I am not too late to become who I truly am. I can return to myself in soft ways. I can return through honesty. I can return through rest. I can return through one loving choice tonight. What is meant to grow through me can still grow. What is meant to grow through me can still grow. The dream may change its shape. The road may turn. The timing may be different than I expected, but the life inside me is still alive. The gifts inside me are not wasted. The love inside me is not finished. The wisdom inside me is still becoming useful. What is meant to grow through me can still grow, even now, even slowly, even after all this time. I am not a missed chance. I am not a missed chance. I am not a door that closed too early. I am not a song that never got sung. I am not a life that passed by unnoticed. I am a living person, still changing, still learning, still being shaped by grace, breath, and time. I am not a missed chance. I am a life in motion. I am a heart still opening. I am a path still unfolding under my feet. I can stop treating my age like a warning. I can stop treating my age like a warning. My age is not a sentence. My age is not a locked gate. My age is not proof that the good things are gone. Every season of my life can carry meaning. Every year can carry wisdom. Every breath can become a beginning. I can stop treating my age like a warning. I do not need to be younger to be worthy. I do not need to be earlier to be chosen by peace. I do not need to be in another chapter to be loved by this one. The time I needed was not wasted. The time I needed was not wasted. The time I spent healing in quiet ways was not wasted. The time I spent learning what hurt me was not wasted. The time I spent finding my voice was not wasted. The time I spent losing old illusions was not wasted. The time I needed was not wasted. It taught me what I could not learn by rushing. It softened what pressure could not soften. It showed me who I am when the world is quiet. I no longer turn my timeline into a weapon. I no longer turn my timeline into a weapon. I do not use dates to hurt myself. I do not use missed plans to shame myself. I do not use old dreams to prove that I failed. Time is not a blade in my hands anymore. I lay it down. I no longer turn my timeline into a weapon. I choose gentleness instead of punishment. I choose breath instead of blame. I choose presence instead of pressure. I am becoming more true, not more late. I am becoming more true, not more late. Every year has taken something false away. Every pause has shown me something real. Every ending has helped me hear a deeper voice. I may not be faster, but I am more honest. I may not be where I planned, but I am closer to myself. I am becoming more true, not more late. And truth has its own beauty. Truth has its own timing. Truth has its own quiet power. My slow becoming still counts. My slow becoming still counts. The day I did not give up counted. The night I chose one kinder thought counted. The moment I paused before hurting myself with old words counted. The breath I took when I wanted to fall apart counted. My slow becoming still counts. Nothing loving is too small. Nothing honest is too late. Nothing gentle is wasted inside me. I am allowed to outgrow the life I thought I wanted. I am allowed to outgrow the life I thought I wanted. Some dreams belonged to an older version of me. Some plans were made when I did not know myself deeply. Some goals were shaped by fear, approval, or the need to prove something. I can release them without calling myself a failure. I am allowed to outgrow the life I thought I wanted. I can want something truer now, something softer, something cleaner, something that fits the heart I have today. I am allowed to receive a different kind of beautiful. I am allowed to receive a different kind of beautiful. Maybe life will not look exactly the way I once imagined. Maybe the road will be quieter. Maybe the joy will be simpler. Maybe the peace will come in plain clothing. Maybe the blessing will arrive without drama. I am allowed to receive a different kind of beautiful. I do not need the old picture to come true for my life to be meaningful. I can be surprised by a beauty I did not know how to ask for. I do not need to understand my whole path to trust this breath. I do not need to understand my whole path to trust this breath. This breath is enough for now. This one inhale, this one exhale, this small return to the present. I do not need the whole road tonight. I only need to remember that I am not alone inside this moment. I do not need to understand my whole path to trust this breath. The breath meets me, the body holds me, the night gives me space. I let my heart be softer than my fear. I let my heart be softer than my fear. Fear may still speak. It may still ask questions. It may still try to protect me by imagining the worst. But I do not need to become hard because fear is loud. I can stay tender. I can stay open. I can stay close to myself. I let my heart be softer than my fear. Softness can be strong. Softness can choose. Softness can say no. Softness can begin again. I am safe to be seen by my own love. I am safe to be seen by my own love. I do not hide from myself tonight. I do not turn away from the tender places. I do not make my pain ugly. I do not make my waiting shameful. I let my own love look at all of me with gentle eyes. I am safe to be seen by my own love. The tired parts, the hopeful parts, the confused parts, the brave parts, all of them can be held here. I am not too much for the peace that wants to reach me. I am not too much for the peace that wants to reach me. My emotions are not too much. My story is not too much. My need for softness is not too much. My longing for a kinder life is not too much. Peace does not push me away because I feel deeply. I am not too much for the peace that wants to reach me. Peace can sit beside my feelings. Peace can breathe with my questions. Peace can hold the unfinished places gently. I can belong to myself before anything else belongs to me. I can belong to myself before anything else belongs to me. Before the answer, before the home, before the relationship, before the work, before the outer sign. I can belong to myself. I can be kind to myself. I can stop waiting for life to prove that I am allowed to be here. I can belong to myself before anything else belongs to me. This is a quiet homecoming. This is a deep return. This is the place where the race begins to end. I do not have to disappear to be accepted. I do not have to disappear to be accepted. I can be present. I can have needs. I can have a voice. I can have limits. I can have dreams that matter. I can take up space in a way that is calm, kind, and true. I do not have to disappear to be accepted. The life that is right for me can make room for the real me. The love that is right for me can breathe beside the real me. The path that is right for me can hold the real me. I am done calling myself broken for needing tenderness. I am done calling myself broken for needing tenderness. Needing care does not make me weak. Needing time does not make me wrong. Needing quiet does not make me less capable. Needing love does not make me a burden. I am done calling myself broken for needing tenderness. Tenderness is not a flaw. It is a doorway back to my heart. It is the part of me that still knows how to feel. I am allowed to become powerful in a peaceful way. I am allowed to become powerful in a peaceful way. Power does not have to be loud. Power does not have to be hard. Power does not have to rush, control, or prove. My power can be calm. My power can be clear. My power can rise from a steady heart. I am allowed to become powerful in a peaceful way. I can speak from peace. I can choose from peace. I can move from peace. I can rest in peace without losing my strength. I trust the quiet yes inside me. I trust the quiet yes inside me, the quiet yes that says, keep going gently. The quiet yes that says, this is not the end. The quiet yes that says, you are allowed to want more. The quiet yes that says, you are still becoming something beautiful. I trust the quiet yes inside me, even if it is small, even if it is only a whisper, even if fear speaks louder. I listen for the yes. I release the old belief that I have failed my life. I release the old belief that I have failed my life. Let this one go deeply. I release the old belief that I have failed my life. I have not failed my life by needing time. I have not failed my life by taking turns I did not expect. I have not failed my life by learning through pain, rest, waiting, or change. I have not failed my life. I am still living it. I am still inside it. I am still able to love it differently. I am not behind schedule. This one truth changed everything because it gave me back my breath. I am not behind schedule. It gave me back my heart. I am not behind schedule. It gave me back my life. I do not need to run toward worth. I do not need to chase the right to be loved. I do not need to force peace to prove that I am spiritual. I do not need to arrive before I am ready. I do not need to punish the version of me that is still learning. I am enough in the middle. I am enough in the waiting. I am enough in the becoming. I am enough while the answer is forming. I am enough while my heart is still opening. I am enough while life is still teaching me how to trust. You are enough. You have been enough through every quiet chapter. You are enough right here with your tender heart and your tired thoughts. You are enough before the door opens. You are enough before the world understands your path. You are enough before the next beautiful thing arrives. Let that reach you. You are enough. Not almost enough. Not someday enough. Not enough only after you change. Enough now. Enough here. Enough in this breath. You have not missed your life. You are inside it now. You are not standing outside the story. You are not too late to enter the room. You are here. Your breath is here. Your heart is here. Your chance to soften is here. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not a forgotten seed. You are not an unfinished song with no place to be heard. You are a living soul still opening. You are a deep river still moving. You are a quiet flame still glowing. Let the deepest part of you hear this. Your life is not over because it looks different than planned. Your dreams are not dead because they took another road. Your peace is not far away because you have been afraid. Your worth has not changed because time has passed. You are still loved by the present moment. You are still held by breath. You are still invited into peace. You are still allowed to receive. You are still allowed to begin softly. You are still allowed to become. And if a part of you doubts this, let it be here. You do not need to force belief. You do not need to fight doubt. You can let doubt sit quietly beside you while peace speaks a little louder. You can breathe even with doubt. You can soften even with doubt. You can rest even with doubt. The truth does not need you to force it. It waits for you gently. It comes back again and again. It says, you are not behind schedule. It says, you are still becoming. It says, you can stop running now. It says, you are safe enough to breathe. And now let the peak soften. Let the words settle. Let them become not something you chase, but something you rest inside. You are not behind schedule. You are returning to yourself, and that return is wholly enough for tonight. Let the strength of those words become quiet now, not gone, just quieter, like a bell after it has been rung, still sending soft waves through the air. Let the message move through you slowly. You do not have to hold it tightly. You do not have to repeat it perfectly. You only have to let it stay near your heart. There is a kind of snow that falls at night. Soft snow, silent snow. It does not ask the ground if it is ready. It does not push. It does not argue with the dark. It simply falls, one small piece at a time, and by morning, the whole world looks different. Not because anything forced it, not because the night shouted, but because softness gathered, because quiet became enough. Maybe your peace is like that. Maybe it does not arrive all at once. Maybe it does not come as one bright answer. Maybe it comes one soft flake at a time, one kinder thought, one easier breath, one moment when you do not compare, one night when you stop calling yourself late, one morning when you feel a little less afraid of your own path. And over time, something changes, not loudly, not for everyone to see, but inside you. The sharp edges become covered. The old ground becomes softer. The world within you becomes easier to walk across. There is also a hidden music in you, a quiet song under the noise. You may have forgotten it while trying to match the rhythm of everyone else. You may have tried to move to the beat of other people's lives, their speed, their choices, their dreams, their ways of arriving. But your inner music did not disappear. It only became hard to hear. And now, as you slow down, it begins to return. Not as a loud sound, as a feeling, as a breath, as a small knowing, as the sense that maybe your life has a rhythm after all. So let us bring the earlier truths back in a new way, not as something to repeat from memory, as something to feel more deeply. You do not need to match the world's pace to be living well. You can walk with a softer step. You can grow in a way that protects your inner peace. You can let your life become honest before it becomes impressive. Your road does not need to look like another road to be real. It does not need to be straight. It does not need to be easy. It does not need to make sense to everyone watching. Some roads are made of quiet choices. Some roads are made of brave pauses. Some roads are made of gentle returns after hard days. And your road is still worthy of respect. You can loosen your grip on the old picture, that picture of who you thought you should be by now. That picture may have been made from hope, but it may also have been made from fear, pressure, or the need to be approved. You are allowed to let a picture change. You are allowed to let a new life be drawn with softer lines. You are allowed to want something true instead of something that only looks perfect from far away. You can bless the time that taught you, even the time you did not enjoy, even the time you would not choose again, even the time that felt empty. You do not have to call it good. You do not have to pretend it did not hurt. But you can say, I am taking the wisdom with me, and I am leaving the weight behind. Let there be a longer silence here. Let the body feel that. You are taking the wisdom. You are leaving the weight. The part of you that waited is not foolish. That part hoped. That part loved. That part wanted something meaningful. That part kept looking for the door. Do not be cruel to the one who waited. Hold that part gently. Say, I know you were tired. I know you wanted answers. I know you wondered if life had forgotten you. But you are here now. We are here now, and we can breathe. The part of you that compared is not bad. That part was scared. That part wanted proof. That part looked around because it did not know how to feel safe inside its own timing. So do not shame that part. Bring it home. Say, you do not need to keep looking at everyone else. Come back to our breath. Come back to our body. Come back to our life. The part of you that rushed is not wrong. That part thought hurry would save you. That part thought speed would bring love. That part thought if you moved fast enough, you would finally feel safe. Thank that part. Then let it rest. Say, you worked so hard. You can stop pushing now. We are learning another way. The part of you that doubts can stay too. It does not have to be thrown out. Doubt can sit at the edge of the room while trust grows in the center. Doubt does not have to lead. Doubt does not have to decide. Doubt does not have to become the whole voice of your future. You can be tender and still trust. You can be unsure and still rest. You can be tired and still open a small window inside your heart. You can have questions and still allow peace to sit beside you. You can move forward without turning against the person you are. Tonight, remember the soft snow. One small piece at a time. Remember the hidden music, one quiet note at a time. This is how a life begins to feel less heavy. Not always through one huge change, sometimes through many tiny permissions. The permission to breathe, the permission to rest, the permission to stop comparing, the permission to be unfinished, the permission to let tonight be enough. You do not have to become fearless before you can be free. Maybe freedom begins when fear is present but no longer in charge. Maybe freedom begins when you hear the old voice and choose not to obey it. Maybe freedom begins when you stop saying, I am late, and begin saying, I am listening to my own time now. You do not have to become perfectly peaceful before you can deserve rest. Rest is not for perfect people. Rest is for living people. Rest is for tired hearts. Rest is for bodies that have carried too much. Rest is for minds that have been searching for answers all day. Rest is for you. Now, you do not have to become certain before you can take the next step. Certainty is not always the beginning. Sometimes the beginning is only a small feeling of yes. Sometimes it is a little more space in the body. Sometimes it is the simple thought, maybe I can try again, but this time with kindness. You are allowed to be led slowly. You are allowed to learn slowly. You are allowed to feel your way forward. You are allowed to pause and listen before you answer life. You are allowed to take the step that keeps you close to your peace, and if you forget, you can return. That is the beautiful thing. You can return as many times as you need. Return to breath. Return to body. Return to the softer thought. Return to the quiet truth. Return to the knowing that your life is not a race you must win before you are worthy. Maybe tomorrow the world will become noisy again. Maybe someone will ask more of you. Maybe an old worry will rise. Maybe you will catch yourself comparing again. If that happens, do not turn the practice into another reason to judge yourself. Just return, softly, simply, again. Return to the truth that your pace can be sacred. Return to the truth that your heart is allowed to take its time. Return to the truth that a quiet life can still be meaningful. Return to the truth that unseen growth can still be real. Return to the truth that you can be kind to yourself before everything is complete. This is how the words become part of you. Not by force, not by pressure, not by repeating them like a test, but by letting them come back in ordinary moments. When you wash your hands, when you lie down at night, when you feel the old pressure rise, when you see someone else's life and your heart tightens, when you need to remind yourself that your life is still open. You can place one hand on your chest and say, I am with myself now. You can take one breath and say, my pace belongs to me. You can look at the day and say, I will move through this gently. You can feel the fear and say, you may be here, but you do not have to lead. Let these become small lamps inside you. Not huge fires, not burning demands, just small lamps. One in the mind, one in the chest, one in the hands, one at the doorway of sleep. They do not blind you. They do not rush you. They simply help you see the next step. And step by step, the night becomes softer. Step by step, your breath becomes slower. Step by step, the old race moves further away. Step by step, your body remembers that it does not have to stay ready for every possible storm. The soft snow keeps falling. The hidden music keeps playing. The small lamps keep glowing. and you keep returning. Not perfectly, not loudly, but truly, that is enough. You are not behind schedule. Let the title words touch you one more time in a quieter way. You are not behind schedule. Not as a shout, not as a command, as a place to rest, as a blanket over the old fear, as a hand over the heart. You have time to become more gentle. You have time to listen inward. You have time to receive what is aligned. You have time to stop choosing from panic. You have time to let peace become familiar. And now the energy can come down, slowly, softly, nothing hard, nothing sharp, only this long, gentle return. You can let the affirmations become fewer. You can let the spaces become wider. You can let the silence hold more. There is nothing you need to prove to the night. There is nothing you need to carry into sleep. There is nothing you need to finish before you are allowed to rest. The day can close. The mind can loosen. The body can begin to drift. Let yourself be simple now. Breath, warmth, stillness, a heart that is learning, a body that is resting, a life that is still unfolding. Now let your body become heavier. Let the words become slower. Let your mind stop reaching. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Take one gentle breath in, one, and release. Take another gentle breath in, two, and release. Take one more slow breath in, three, and release everything you can release. You do not need to do this perfectly. Just breathe as you can. Let the breath be easy. Let the breath be natural. Let sleep come closer in its own time. Feel the top of your head softening. Feel the space around your forehead becoming smooth. Let the tiny lines of worry begin to fade from your face. You do not have to think so much now. You do not have to plan. You do not have to remember every detail. Let your eyes rest deeply. The eyes have looked for answers. They have looked at screens. They have looked at time. They have looked for signs that everything will be okay. Now they can rest. Soft eyes, quiet eyes, heavy eyes. Let your cheeks soften. Let your jaw loosen. Let your mouth rest. There are no words you need to say now. No explanations. No defense. No answer that must be given tonight. Silence can hold you. Let your neck release. Let your shoulders sink. Imagine the weight of the day sliding down and away from you. Not because you solved everything, but because your body is allowed to stop holding it all. Your shoulders can sleep. Your arms can sleep. Your hands can sleep. Let your arms feel warm and heavy. Let your hands open or rest naturally. Nothing to hold, nothing to grip, nothing to chase. Breathe in softly. I allow my body to rest. Breathe out slowly. I let the day move away. Let your chest soften. Let your heart be quiet. It does not have to be brave right now. It does not have to understand the whole story. It does not have to protect you from every possible future. It can simply beat softly, faithfully. Here, let your upper back release. Let your lower back release. Let every place that has been holding tension receive permission to soften in its own way. Not forced, not pushed, only invited. Let your belly become loose and warm. Let the breath rise and fall like a small wave at night. In, out, in, out. No hurry, no effort. Let your hips become heavy. Let your legs sink. Let your knees soften. Let your calves rest. Let your ankles rest. Let your feet rest. The whole lower body can become quiet now. Your feet do not need to take another step tonight. Your legs do not need to carry you anywhere tonight. Your body does not need to run after tomorrow. Tomorrow can wait outside the door. Tonight, you are here. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Let these final words move through you like a lullaby. My body may settle into rest at its own gentle pace. My mind may become quiet, one soft breath at a time. My heart may feel comfort without needing every answer. My sleep can be a place of peace and release. I allow the night to hold what I cannot hold. I can loosen my thoughts and let stillness come near. I may wake with a little more space inside me. I give my body permission to restore in natural, gentle ways. I let my breath carry me toward calm. I am safe enough to stop planning for now. The night is soft around me. The dark is not empty. It is quiet. It is wide. It is kind. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. If thoughts come, let them float away like feathers on dark water. No need to follow them. No need to answer them. No need to make them leave. Just let them pass. A thought comes. A thought goes. You remain. The breath remains. The quiet remains. Count down softly now. 5. Your body is becoming heavier. 4. Your breath is becoming slower. 3. Your mind is becoming softer. 2. Your heart is resting in the present moment. 1. You are here. You are safe. You can rest. Let your whole body feel the word rest. Rest in the face. Rest in the throat. Rest in the chest. Rest in the hands. Rest in the belly. Rest in the legs. Rest in the feet. Rest in the heart. Nothing is chasing you here. Nothing is asking you to hurry. Nothing is measuring your life while you sleep. You are allowed to disappear from the world for a while and return to yourself. Sleep does not need you to be perfect. Rest does not need you to be finished. Peace does not need you to explain why you needed time. You can enter this quiet just as you are. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Let the old timeline fade. Let the old race fade. Let the old pressure fade. Let comparison fade. Let regret fade. Let the need to know fade. Only breath, only body, only night, only quiet, only softness, only rest. Your life can continue tomorrow. Your becoming can continue tomorrow. Your questions can wait until tomorrow. Your path will not leave you because you sleep. Your worth will not disappear because you rest. Rest now, gently, slowly, with no pressure to sleep quickly, with no pressure to feel anything special. Just allow, just soften, just be. You are drifting now, deeper, softer, safe. Let these final words repeat like waves. Not too loud, not too fast, just soft waves coming in and going out. Let them stay with you. Let them return whenever you need them. You are not late. You are moving in your own sacred time. You are not late. Your life can still open gently. You are not late. Your heart is allowed to arrive slowly. You are still becoming softly, becoming honestly, becoming in ways the world may not see. You are still becoming through breath, through rest, through quiet courage. You are still becoming. And nothing about this becoming is wasted. Your path is still alive, even if it is quiet, even if it is slow, even if it is different. Your path is still alive. It can bend. It can pause. It can open again. Your path is still alive. And you are allowed to keep walking gently. You can rest without losing your way. You can sleep without falling behind. You can stop for tonight and still be guided. You can rest without losing your way. The night can hold you. The breath can soothe you. The body can soften. You can rest without losing your way. Tomorrow will meet you when tomorrow comes. You are worthy before the next chapter begins. You are worthy in the quiet. You are worthy in the pause. You are worthy before the next chapter begins. Nothing has to arrive first. Nothing has to be proven first. You are worthy before the next chapter begins. Your worth is here with you now. Peace can find you here, not far away, not after everything changes. Here, peace can find you here, in this breath, in this room, in this tired, tender heart. Peace can find you here, and it may begin very softly. You can stop running now. The race is not your home. Pressure is not your guide. You can stop running now. Let the body hear it. Let the heart believe it slowly. You can stop running now. There, stop running, is space for you to breathe. You are safe in this moment. Safe enough to soften. Safe enough to let go. Safe enough to rest. You are safe in this moment. The night is gentle. Your breath is steady. You are here. You are safe in this moment. And this moment is enough. Your life is still unfolding. Not finished, not closed, not forgotten. Your life is still unfolding. Quietly, slowly, in ways you may understand later. Your life is still unfolding, and you do not need to force the flower open. You are held by something softer than fear, held by breath, held by stillness, held by this gentle return. You are held by something softer than fear, even now, even here, even in the unknown. You are held by something softer than fear. Let that softness stay with you. And now, let the words become even slower. More space, more quiet, more rest. You are not late. You are becoming. You are safe to rest. You are not late. You are becoming. You are safe to rest. You are not late. You are becoming. You are safe to rest. Let these words stay with you. Return here whenever you need to remember. Return here when the world feels loud. Return here when comparison hurts. Return here when your heart needs a soft place to land. Which line touched your heart the most? You can share it in the comments if you feel called. Your words may become comfort for someone else who needed the same reminder tonight. If these words helped you, you are welcome to join this space. Come back whenever your heart needs peace. Come back whenever you need to stop running. Come back whenever you need to remember your own gentle timing. Now let the conclusion be simple. Nothing more needs to be added. Nothing more needs to be held. The day is complete enough. This moment is complete enough. You are complete enough for tonight. Let the breath slow. Let the body sink. Let the mind become quiet. Let the heart rest in the truth it has been waiting to hear. You are not late. You are not lost. You are not forgotten by your own life. You are being carried softly into the next breath, the next dawn, the next quiet opening. Rest now. Your time is not against you. Your life is still with you. And tonight, you may finally lay the race down.